Hey guys, I want to show you what it looks like after a spark plug's been in a vehicle for 110,000 miles. So these are Denso Iridium Spark Plugs. I put these into my Honda Pilot when it had 90,000 miles, and right now the Honda Pilot's sitting at 201,000 miles, and I am just replacing these now. So these have 110,000 miles on them. Look pretty good, don't they? I mean, they're obviously, they've got some wear to them, but I've seen much worse plugs. So these are Denso SKJ16DR-M11. And I don't remember if these were the laser iridium or which iridiums they were. I do remember them being pretty expensive. So I remember it being like 80 or 90 bucks for the 6 plugs. And they've lasted a really long time. So here's one. Let's take a look at another one here. That one actually looks a little bit better. Yeah, that one looks really nice actually. So pretty amazing. Denso makes awesome spark plugs. Yeah, you can tell looking at that tip, it's not so bad really. And folks, these have 110,000 miles on them. Crazy, right? These probably could run another, I don't know, I'd have to check the gap, but they probably could run another 30 or 40,000 miles. Definitely the engine's running well because these plugs are not fouled up. Well, let's see here. Yeah, so there's some deposit. So yeah, you can see there's some deposit on that one. So, I mean, this one's actually probably the worst we've seen so far. You see there's hardly any deposit. I mean, there's some there at the base, but there's not as much. This one here on the left's got quite a bit of deposit. One on the right doesn't have nearly as much. Let's see. Yeah, that one's got some deposit also. So yeah, it was time. I think it's time. I mean, these could still run. That's got some deposit on it also, but you can see the tip there. The tip in there is still standing pretty proud. I mean, that's still gonna work. That one looks really nice actually there. $110,000 miles on Iridium spark plugs. So you're probably wondering, well, what am I putting back into it? Well, I'm a cheap bastard, and I'm not going to be putting iridiums back in there. I'm not spending 80 or 90 bucks on this old Honda Pilot with 200,000 miles on it. So what I did is I went and bought these Denso Platinum TTs. So Platinum plugs, a little bit better than your regular Platinum plugs in that they have a second tip up here on the ground strap. So that second tip there is made out of a titanium alloy, and then this tip over here is platinum coated. So you get the durability of the platinum here, the durability of the titanium up here. Excuse me. And these plugs should last 75,000 miles. So, and these were a couple bucks, $3 a piece. So 3 times 6, $18 versus spending 90 bucks on 6 plugs. And they are also Denso, and they're gonna be fantastic. I don't see. Look at that. I mean, it's a 1.1 millimeter tip, and like I said, it's got a titanium tab right there, a titanium point on the ground that provides additional durability. So 75,000 miles out of these. Denso quality, made in Japan. Really can't beat it. I think the only time that it's worth spending the money on iridium plugs is if the vehicle, if you're doing it for the first time, so you've already driven the vehicle 100,000 miles and you're going to drive it another 100,000 miles, well then sure, put some Iridium plugs in there. But in this case, I'm going to be surprised if this vehicle makes it another 50,000 miles. So not worth the money. Who knows? I may be mistaken. I might get to 75,000 miles and be like, geez, I wish I had just replaced the plugs with something better, because the vehicle's still running great and we'll get to 300,000 miles. But I doubt it. Doubt I'm going to keep it that long. Alright guys, well I hope this video was informative to show you what these Iridium plugs look like at 100,000 miles, 110,000 miles. Leave me some comments down below. I'll put a link down below to where I got these plugs. I'll put that in the description and also in the comments. Thanks guys.